for everything scary. I'm GMHaunts, and today I'm at the Spirit Halloween 2024 Flagship Store grand opening.
You already have one?
Right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are inside the Spirit Halloween flagship store for the 2024 season. It's super loud in here, as I'm sure you can imagine. It always is on the grand opening day. I should mention this is grand opening August 1st, 2024, and welcome to the Carnival. Here is the archway for the ISC this year. Of course, we have the Spirit Halloween Carnival. On the left of the archway, we have the Ring Master. This guy is huge in person. Super cool looking face also. I mean, here we go. Take a look at that mouth movement. Here we go. Take a look at his animation. He is massive in person. Here he goes. It's obviously very loud in here. We can't really hear the audio. There is the projection. It looks better in person than it looks on camera. It doesn't really read that well on camera. Hopefully you can sort of see it. This guy is massive in person, huge. And I love the lights that are on the archway this year that strobe up and down. I love these Carnival little risers that have a Carnival poster. There are the donations coming in again for Spirit of Children, super loud. On the right of the archway, we have the deluxe Ghostface animatronic. Again, the lights look spectacular, so fitting for a Carnival ISE. Let's take a look at Ghostface. He has the bloody mask and the machete on at Flagship right now. There he goes with his stabbing animation. Again, it's super loud, so we can't really hear their audio, but he looks awesome. He looks like a real person being this close to him. So under that, now we enter, welcome to the Carnival. We enter through the archway, and as you can see, it even has like a whole shape to it that has yellow and red coloring. It looks awesome. And now we enter what is sort of, kind of, technically the front ISC, but I'll explain why I say technically, sort of, in just a second. Welcome to the Carnival. This is the Carnival itself. So we have two sides here. I'll take a look at the one on the left first. First up, we have the Wheel of Fate. The Wheel of Fate has a bunch of different options on it, and it does actually spin, if you're wondering. So we'll spin it here and see. As you can see, it actually does pick. It says your luck just ran out. Really cool interactive piece for the ISE this year. Obviously, it says Wheel of Fate up there. And on the right side, we have a riser that has the Dark Princess, new for 2024, and Towering Tallulah, who we'll take a look at in just a second because she is resetting. So first, let's take a look at Dark Princess. I have not activated her yet. This will be my first reaction to seeing her. There she goes. Dark Princess. Look at that face. She is pretty big in person, bigger than I thought she would be. So that's cool. If you walk onto the tent, that's the Wheel of Fate tent, you'll see a bunch of stuffed animals that are meant to look like a plushie tent at a carnival. I love that. These are like the Crouchy one right here, and an Arthur Clown one, which I really love. Really love the look of like the plushie tent. I think it's really interactive. On the opposite side, which behind Towering Tallulah, who we'll take a look at in a second, we have the Spirit Fortunes booth. And as you can see, the fortune telling ball actually has a very cool animation on the inside, and this is a photo op. So if you come around to the other side of it, you can walk in from the back and take a photo at the Carnival Spirit Fortunes telling booth. How awesome is that? Such an interactive piece of the ISE. Again, look at that awesome effect of the fortune telling ball, or mystic ball I think they're called. But of course we have to take a look at Towering Tallulah right here. Let's take a look at her in the front ISE. Sort of, kind of, I'll explain in a second. There she goes. Obviously a Mr. Dark reskin, a Hellspawn reskin, whatever you want to call her, with that upward scissor mechanism. Manufactured by Techie Design. She's really big in person. Like the size of the face and the hands is huge. Take a look at that compared to my hand. She is resetting here, so she's getting a little bit closer to us. That face looks amazing. It honestly looks awesome in person. I love the eyes. I love the sculpt of the face. Really cool. So let's walk back into the Carnival and go to the back tent that's called Down the Duck. So in the Down the Duck tent, we have even more interactive features, because on the left we have the Cremator, obviously a new for 2024 static prop, and you'll notice these water blasters that say press the yellow buttons on the handle to activate. So hopefully I can do this with one hand. Let's see, both. There we go, activated him. You click these buttons and it activates the prop as if it's a step pad or try me button, and there goes the Cremator. That is such a cool little interactive piece for this Down the Duck section. And you'll notice that even in the background, the ducks are actually animated like at a real carnival where you shoot them with the guns with water. So that's awesome. And then of course over here, we have what is most likely my favorite animatronic of Spirit of Halloween 2024. This is Arthur Clown from Terrifier, and it has the same water blaster. We'll click both buttons, and there he goes. I love that activation with the water blaster. Really, really cool. Looks amazing. You also notice a little thing here that says DIY, use blood for a horror makeover, which is nice. Again, more of these awesome strobing lights. The topping looks great. And then here we have the last prop, part of Spirit of Halloween's Carnival, and this is the sitting scarecrow. We'll take a look at him here. Classic prop. There he is. The sitting scarecrow in Spirit of Halloween's Carnival. So here's a full overall look at the front ISE, sort of. Again, I'll explain in a second. For this year's ISE, I don't want to miss these. So while we're kind of going back here, the back of the archway has these awesome posters. The first one behind Ghostface is a Henry Hustle poster that looks like an old school like circus, freak show, carnival poster. It has real rips in it, which just adds even more to the realism of the ISE. And then on the other side, the other poster is even more interesting. It says Carnival, missed out on your favorite act? Scan the QR code to see them in action. And it has every animatronic for this season with a QR code that you can scan to see the prop if they are not set up at your local Spirit Halloween. That is such a cool addition to the ISE. I think it's cool. And again, we'll take one last look at the front display. Spirit Halloween's Carnival is the official name for it. Take a look at it. You got the Down the Duck tent, the plushie tent, the fortune area, and of course the archway. This looks amazing. I also obviously can't miss out on the animatronics on this side. Obviously we have Max Straw, who is inside the tent with the plushies on there. So here's Max Straw. With that head turning, looks really cool. And then of course next to Max Straw, we have the giant Death Ray, the alien, standing at I believe around 10 feet tall. He looks awesome in this spot. So let's get a demo. There he goes with his lighting effect. You can see the head animation on there as well. Look at that. All the lights look so cool. They look even cooler in person. I think the camera like brightens it up a little bit. That looks so awesome. Giant Death Ray in Spirit Halloween's Carnival. And here we have the reason as to why I kept saying that this display over here, the Spirit Halloween Carnival, was sort of kind of the front ISE for this year, because right behind it, around a 6-foot gap, is the Spirit Funhouse of Terror. Now, if you know Spirit locations very well, you know that normally the back ISE would be pushed up against that wall that now says Home Decor on it. Well, for 2024, Spirit is trying something brand new with the ISE and basically making one single straight ISE, and that continues with the Funhouse of Terror. So I do want to point out that on the back of the down the Ducks tent, we have some more posters. This one says the Incredible Flame Spitter. Unfortunately, not an animatronic, just an illustration. We have the one and only Monty, which looks cool, and then a Young Crouchy one. Not really sure why Young Crouchy has a poster, but still, he's a clown, I understand. So now let's turn our attention to right behind the Carnival to the Spirit Funhouse of Terror. So first, we'll look at the left side of it, which features Cotton Candy Dan over on this side here. So actually, he did just activate, so we'll take a look at him in a second. I will say the same lights that are on the front display are on the back as well, with that strobing effect. It looks awesome. They blink, they kind of go up and down. Looks really, really cool. So we'll get a demo of Cotton Candy Dan right now. Take a look at him as part of the Funhouse of Terror.
Better be careful walking around in this place.
Oh, sorry. There we go, Cotton Candy Dan. We'll keep moving along here to the left side of the Funhouse of Terror. And I do want to point out there's an awesome moving clown head at the top there. It's got red LED eyes and it moves side to side. That looks so awesome in person. Really, really cool. Here we have the ticket booth for the Funhouse of Terror being manned by Wanda Webworth. I love the red LED eyes on her. It looks like she does. Actually, the coin activator is not here right now. I wonder why not. But you'll see, there's her activation. Wanda Webworth. I love on the back, there's signs. Carnival presents the Funhouse of Terror, brought to you by Carl-O-Matic Jack-O-Lantern Co. Of course, from the Halloween Factory, so a little nice Easter egg. There's an Area 31 Easter egg there too. So there's the ticket booth. And then of course, we cannot forget about Nibbles, all the way on the corner of the Funhouse. Now, obviously, the main thing with Nibbles is that he follows your movements. So right now he is activated, but when I can activate him again, we'll take a look at how he tracks your movements. You can see that upward moving hand. It looks like he may have just locked on to me. Look at his mouth movement. We'll move around a little bit, see if he's, all right, let's turn him on now. Here we have Nibbles. Let's get the motion tracking. So if we move side to side, he should follow our move. Look at that. He's locked onto me, and he's following how I move. It is so bizarre in real life how this thing works and how he moves following you. Super, super cool. I love Nibbles at Flagship as part of the Funhouse of Terror. So now we'll move along here. This is the back of the walkthrough, but again, we're gonna save the walkthrough until we see all the animatronics. So here we have Barnaby the Bear, parallel to where Nibbles is. You can see those red LED eyes, him balancing there. Looks awesome, looks really, really cool. On that corner spot, here we have the new for 2024 Jumping Spider variant, the gray Jumping Spider. The eyes are on right there. We'll get a demo of him now, the gray Jumping Spider. It's as if as any other Jumping Spider, just with a gray color. So very cool. And then of course we have these spotlights. I love these spotlights so much. They are so fitting for a carnival, and I love how they put light on the ISE itself and Emily and Victor here, who are part of the world famous sideshow. You can see them going off here. Here's Emily. You see the head animation. We'll get another demo because they do interact with each other. So here's Victor. You can see the spotlight on him.
I will light your way in dark with this ring.
See the ring right there, and then you'll see that Emily interacts with Victor, which is pretty neat. That eye blinking looks great in person. Again, the lights are flickering in the back, which looks cool. And you should see Emily go on now. Yup, there you go. Looks amazing. Super, super cool as part of the world famous sideshow. And then of course, we cannot forget about the last animatronic as part of the Funhouse of Terror. We have Bobby Strings. Massive in real life. That is the main thing I want to say about him. He is huge. I mean, take a look at compared to my hand, how big his head is. It's massive. Again, you can't really hear his audio great right now because it's so loud in here, but you can see his arms and legs moving up and down. He's super tall. I also want to point out, I love these Funhouse mirrors that are on the outside of the Funhouse, but now let's actually go into the walkthrough of the Spirit Funhouse of Terror. So we're gonna pull back these Carnival curtains and walk into the walkthrough. So you can see a black light right there. That's kind of the main theme of this whole walkthrough is black light. You can see a mirror with a clown face that kind of pops when the black light's on it, which looks really cool. You have hanging Carnival curtains. Look at how awesome that looks when the black light's on there. And then of course we have a hologram fan, and that right there is Silent and Deadly from Spirit Halloween 2013. Your eyes are not deceiving you. Silent and Deadly was included on the animation, which looks awesome. You can see a hand on there. There's Poor George from last year. Really cool animation. Looks great, and I also love how even the top, the ceiling has Carnival texture. It's not just black or anything. It looks great. You can see another black light there and another Carnival face. I really like the way this looks because it's like a real mirror. Like you can see me right now, but it's got a Carnival face that's like imprinted. So that's cool. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the walkthrough for Spirit Halloween 2024 as part of, as you can see right there, the Spirit Funhouse of Terror. Something I really wanted to point out at Flagship this year for the grand opening is the amount of stock that is at the store. So there's some carryover stuff. As you can see right here, a bunch of Rat Girls, obviously online only. We have some Young Crouchies, a Heckles, we have a Slim, but then even more interesting for this year, the online only props are actually in box here at the grand opening. There's 3 Shirley Stabs right there, which is obviously an online only animatronic for this year, but is here at Flagship. We have Demonic Gatekeeper, some little Skelly Bones, some giant Death Rays, and yes, the store's open and these things haven't sold out because there was so much stock this year. We also have some Emily and Victors over here, which I'm really surprised to see that these are still here. There's just so much animatronic stock this year for the grand opening. We have some Emmelines over here, looks like 4 of them, some Cauldroness, some Gordo, Dagger Mike, a Deathstalker. I'm surprised that hasn't sold yet as carryover. A bunch of Dark Princesses, again, brand new for this year, and it has not sold out because of how much stock is at the store. I mean, just take a look at how many boxes are here, so much stock. A Night Terror, some Rick Ratman, again, another online only. Cremators, Wanda Webworth, a Martian from last year, which looks great, another Wanda Webworth right there. A bunch of Max Straws, Toothies, really cool to see there. And then over here, Deluxe Ghostface with a pretty large box there. You can see the Scream looks great. Down here, Buzzsaw. Look at that carryover again. There's so much. I think there's something over here too. We have Greystone Ghoul here, another Toothy. So much carryover at Flagship this year. It's like nothing I've ever seen. More Deluxe Ghostface right there, and then some Static Ghostface. And then finally, all the way at the front of the store, Towering Tallulah and a bunch of Night Terrors. So I mean, just take a look. The boxes go from here all the way like down basically to the last of the ISE. So crazy stock at Flagship this year. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that is going to wrap up my full walkthrough of the Spirit Halloween 2024 Flagship store on grand opening day, August 1st, 2024. The store looks amazing. The animatronics look incredible as well, and I was able to secure Nibbles the Clown, so keep an eye out for an unboxing of him coming very, very soon on the channel. But I guess, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. I'll see you guys later for more Spirit Halloween 2024 videos. Goodbye.